Hi guys, and welcome to my Monday evening. I am going to start off by tidying up the living room, just taking care of anything that got taken out throughout the day and needs to get put back before we go to sleep. This will take me under 10 minutes. This is also when I put away our baby's toys because I like to put them away every night. I think things get really out of hand if you don't do that. And I do hope that in the future, when he's old enough, we can get him to do that every night before he goes to bed as well. I absolutely love to vacuum, and I'm not going to say I vacuum every night, but I do really like to. I try to vacuum like once a day. With the dog and everything, I feel like I have to. Okay, they always say to start with the thing you want to do the least. And for me, that's cleaning up this dog vomit from the other night. I kind of picked it up when it happened, but I've been putting off cleaning it because it's cold in this room and it's just gross. So if there's something you've been putting off, do that right now, get it done and out of the way. Now, I'm not sure if you're supposed to do this, but I figure because I use this green machine to clean up vomit, I should probably clean it off because next time I use it, it'll just be spreading dog vomit around. Anyway, I just used some dish soap and scrubbed a little bit, and then that scrubber, I put that in the dishwasher so I know that that's going to get really clean. So then I did a quick tidy up of the kitchen before I did the decluttering activity that I wanted to get done today. But first, coffee. You will pretty much always see me use this disinfectant in the kitchen. It kills viruses and bacteria, and it's totally safe to use on food contact surfaces. On the back, it tells you all the viruses and bacteria that it kills. It is really basically like hand sanitizer for your kitchen. If you haven't followed me on TikTok and Instagram yet, go ahead and do that. I will link them in the description box. So this is the closet that I want to declutter today. And this is a mix of my stuff and some things that were already in there. For those that don't know, my husband and I moved into my parents' house to save money to buy our own house. So a lot of these spaces weren't cleared out and I just had to kind of fit my things in there. And it's really annoying to me because there's all these things in my way that I don't use, that don't belong to me, that nobody's used in years. So I'm going to pull out everything out of the cabinet all at once, just get everything out so I can take a look at all of it. Then I'm going to clean the shelves. So I started by vacuuming them and then I wiped them down. Now, when I wiped these down, I used Kaboom because I was like, these are super gross. I don't know what to use. So I used a shower cleaner and I'm happy I did because they were so gross. Honestly, I should have cleaned them like again. If it were up to me, I would just paint the whole thing because look how gross it is. It's so dirty. Now this is everything that I pulled out of there. And now I'm just going to go through it and decide what we're keeping and what we are getting rid of. I really didn't know where to start. This was overwhelming. So I started with the big things that I knew we were going to keep and I put them back in the closet just to like take out a big chunk all at once. I feel like that's a good way to do it. Start with big things and then work your way down to the little things. Everyone does purging and decluttering differently. What I do is I look at everything and I ask myself, when was the last time this item was used and when will it be used again? And if I can't answer that, we need to get rid of it. I didn't want to go out and buy a whole bunch of containers until I knew what I needed. So I tried to just take the containers that were there and use those to organize everything. And I also use Ziploc baggies to put things together in categories. Like I had a Ziploc baggie of tanning stuff. I had a Ziploc baggie of all my contacts and eye stuff. I had a Ziploc baggie of tampons. That is a really good way to organize quickly and easily without going out and investing in a ton of containers. Ziploc bags. If you are a perfectionist, you probably avoid doing things because you can't do them perfectly and you say, oh, I'll just do it when I have the resources or the time to do it perfectly. And I want to tell you that that will prevent you from getting a lot of stuff done. I feel like on YouTube and on TikTok, when you see people cleaning and organizing, a lot of times you see perfection and you feel like you need to achieve that. I just want to tell you, you don't. If you want to see more videos like this from me, please like and subscribe so that I know you liked it and want to see more. So this is my finished product until I get my containers to make it perfect. Okay, we're back. I went to Dollar General and got some containers. They were really cheap and pretty decent quality. This stuff can get expensive quickly. These ones were $3 and I got 2 that size, and then I got 3 this size, and these ones were also $3 each. I'm just not patient enough to wait. I was gonna do this tomorrow, but let's do it right now. Here is an important organizational tip. When you are choosing containers, do not get these ones that are like cages where there's big gaps between the bars, because you can't put little things in them. They will always fall through. You can see the big things I'm keeping down below, and then this is my finished product after I transferred everything into my new bins. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning and it is time to clean up the kitchen. I would say I do this most mornings. It takes about 20 minutes and it's usually cleaning up things from a rushed morning or anything that is left over from the night before. I always try to load up the dishwasher, unload it if it needs to be done, and get everything out of the sink. This is actually one of my least favorite things to do because I hate touching the dishes that have sat in the sink for a while. I think it's the most disgusting thing. I always think I should be wearing gloves when I do this just because I'll be less grossed out, but I forget to put them on. So if there's something you hate doing, go ahead and do that right now so we can be doing something we hate together. Before I put this container on the counter, I just want to wipe the counter down. And then I'm going to work on putting all the baby bottles together. We have the most complicated baby bottles. There's all these different pieces just for one bottle. And you take it apart to wash it, and then you have to put them back together. So it's pretty time consuming, and I spend a little bit of time doing this every day, often at the beginning of the day and the end of the day, so that I always have bottles ready to go. While I'm here, I'm going to make sure that the next bottle is filled up with the correct amount so that when my baby gets hungry, I have it ready for him. It's always really annoying if you don't have it ready. Now I'm going to rinse off this pan and feed the bacon to the dog that is left over from breakfast. He appreciates that. And then I like to wipe down the stovetop. Before I started watching cleaning videos, I never thought about cleaning the sink. I just never thought of it. I don't know how I missed this in life, but now I like to spray it down, sometimes with a little bit of bleach spray, and make sure it's clean after I empty it out. Now at this point, my baby started crying, so I washed my hands and put on lotion before I picked him up. I always like to wash my hands after I've been cleaning before I touch him. Speaking of my baby, I'm feeding him now, so if you hear him in this voiceover, that's why. Okay, on to today's big project, which is emptying out and deep cleaning this refrigerator. It is in pretty rough shape. I have mentioned before that this is my parents' house. My husband and I moved in here almost a year ago to save to buy our own house. There's so much in the house that really needs to be decluttered and deep cleaned. It's sometimes overwhelming. I try to stay positive and enjoy it whenever I can, but sometimes it is really frustrating because I feel like I'm cleaning a mess that isn't mine. These are the 3 sprays that I use to clean the fridge, and I will link them in the description box. I took out all the food and then I removed all the shelves and drawers that I could. I couldn't get this last drawer out on the right because the door can't open all the way because the wall is there, which means I can't remove that drawer. I'm gonna try to do it some other time when someone can help me move the fridge. I also focused on the interior of the fridge. I didn't work on anything on the doors or the outside of the fridge because I just wanted to do what I knew was achievable today. Anything that I could remove, I took upstairs and I put it in the bathtub. It was so much easier to clean them there. I didn't have to worry about dripping any soap, and I just rinsed them off with the shower when I was done. This part was super time consuming, and I did stop a couple times because I had to take care of my baby. So if you are planning on cleaning your fridge like this, make sure you give yourself a lot of time. This is the finished product. I'm so happy when I look in here now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.